and ideas about the past year 2025. Now we've come to the new year 2026. Most of us will never have the time to sit down quietly in a secluded area by ourselves to ponder deeply and make some adjustments in our lives. Why is that? Because we have these cobwebs, we still have this distorted view about life. We don't know how to cultivate ourselves genuinely and authentically. We are still in a denial. We don't want to accept the reality of the situation that a change is needed in our life. That's why we are still stuck. But guess what? This video is a reminder. This particular video is a reminder for you to think down, to sit down quietly and think constructively, not destructively. Because mostly we are worst enemies. Yes, but we don't know it. Instead, we're pointing fingers or blaming other people for our problems. But guess what? If you don't take charge for your problems, no one else will. Because you are the captain of your soul. The mistakes you've had, the problems you've had, is all your fault. Don't blame no one. Take responsibility. Take full responsibility for your life. Whatever someone has done to you, what they've done to you, what you've did to others, take it as your fault. Why is that? Because if you have that kind of perspective, now you're taking accountability fully. You're not pointing fingers, because even the people that did you wrong, if you think deeply or you look deeply, you find out that you are the one that gave them the opportunity to, or you gave them the chance. If you wouldn't have given them the chance, how would they do what they did? The possibility would have been slim. And apart from that, when you take responsibility, stop blaming other people. That's when you're taking accountability fully for your life as an adult. You don't blame other people for your life. Even what they did to you is not your fault, but still take it as a fault. Take it as your fault. Because when you take it as your fault, then you're taking full ownership, you're taking full responsibility for your life. And now you find solutions to solve your problem. So that's what this New Year's resolution is about. And the number one key thing you need to focus on is your health and fitness. That's the number one key thing. Why health and fitness is number one key thing? Because health and fitness, if you don't have a good health, you are not fit, you can't make any money, you can't make anything meaningful for your life. Because you can't move, you can't be happy with yourself, you are not healthy, you're feeling weak, you're feeling lethargic. You lack buoyancy, you lack enthusiasm, you lack so many aspects. So your health is the number one key thing you should focus on. Or even if you are wealthy, you have money, you are rich or whatever, if you don't have health, it doesn't make any sense. Because what good is it if you have money and then you're unhealthy? You can't enjoy it. So either way, the number one key thing you need to focus on is health and fitness. And the second one is your goals. Set clear, achievable goals and make sure you take action, because goals without action is just procrastination. It's just making excuses. So when you set those goals, know that, okay, this year, let me write my goals in a clear piece of paper. These are the goals I want to achieve this 2026. And let me start from this small baby step point, because a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And sometimes it's not even a single step, it's a baby step. So take that baby step and start going slowly. At some point, you gain momentum. And once you gain momentum, you start going rapidly until you beat that goal of yours into submission. That's what we're talking about. So yes, the second one is set clear goals. Which one is the third one on my list? The third one on my list is scale up, upgrade yourself. How do you upgrade yourself? Learn new skills, right? Read more books. Do more research. Because maybe the job you are doing is not well paid enough. Some jobs we do, mostly we call them idle employment, because they just give you just enough to pay your bills and put food on the table, and then that's it, the money is finished. So even if you want to save, it won't be enough. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to start from a low paying job, because you still need to pay your bills, you need to put food on the table, you need that. But at the same time, once you are doing the job of yours, you should be thinking of something bigger. Think of bigger goals, bigger achievable goals, and be clear, have that clarity of mind to achieve those goals, and start with a baby step. A baby step means start slowly from the tiniest step. At some point, you're going to gain momentum, and once you gain momentum, boom, game over. Sooner or later, you're going to beat that goal of yours into submission, I guarantee you. And you have to believe in yourself, have confidence over yourself that you're going to achieve those goals. So that's what we're talking about. So yes, that is third one. Write your goals clearly. So which one is the fourth one on my list? The fourth one on my list, right? Make amendment to yourself. Forgive yourself. Show love to yourself. What do I mean by that? Some of us, we carry this deep hatred within ourselves. We don't like ourselves. Or we beat ourselves up for past mistakes. We think we are not doing enough. And we start blaming ourselves. We don't put in the work to the point where we believe we are enough. Right? So love yourself fully. Forgive yourself for the past hurt, the mistakes you made, the things you did that doesn't go your way. Those are all a learning stage. That's what life is all about. We all make mistakes. And I'll give you this famous quote that I love so much. J.K. Rowling says, you will never leave without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously, in which case you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. And I'll say this quote again, you will never live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Yes. So what she's trying to say is that failure is inevitable. Most of the past successful people we've seen, if you ask them, they will tell you all their successes come about from their failures. So there's no way you're gonna live without failing at something. No matter how smart or intelligent or hardworking you are, you fail at something. Most of the success, they will tell you their success came just about from their failure. So yes, forgive yourself, show love to yourself, show compassion to yourself, forgive yourself and move on. So which one is the fifth one on my list? The fifth one on my list is know that you will achieve your goal. Have that belief, have that confidence. Because when you believe in yourself, even though things doesn't appear to be realistic, sometimes realistic should be put out of the equation. Why is that? Because most things you achieve, they are not realistic. Like for example, when you set your goals, they look ridiculous. If you tell people your goals, they will say, oh, maybe you're insane. It's not possible. How can you achieve this? You don't have money, you don't have the education, you don't have the skill set, you don't have all the things society will tell you to have. But guess what? All you need is a belief. If you have that belief in you and you start putting in the work, over time you're gonna gain momentum. And once you get momentum, guess what? Things will start happening for you without even you knowing how they happen. So yes, it's very important for you to have that back of your mind. Believe in yourself and have the belief in you that your goals are achievable. That's why even Nelson Mandela says in one of his quotes, he says, it always seems impossible until it is done. Yes, it always seems impossible until it is done. Why is that? Most things seem impossible at first, but guess what? As time goes on, they become achievable. So when you have that back of your mind, that will give you the clarity of mind, the understanding that, you know what, your goals are achievable. Yes. So I'll give you the sixth bonus one, right? Fear. Fear is one of the biggest killer of our dreams. Why is that? Because most of us think, I'm not capable. Or maybe if I achieve this goal, there'll be so many problems. Fear will make us don't even try. We have to kill that fear in. Yes. It's very important for you to kill that fear in you. Because guess what? What are you scared of? What are you afraid of? Kill the death of fear. Fear is not real. Yes, fear is not real. In most cases, we make the fear in our mind. It's our imagination telling us things. We should be afraid of the thing. Because we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of the fear we fear, right? It's just our imagination. It's just our imagination. That's why Soren Kierkegaard says, one of my favorite philosophers, he says, fear is to lose one footing momentarily. Let me say it again. To dare is to lose one footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. Think about it. It's so deep. When you dare, right, you lose your footing momentarily, meaning you may make some mistakes. But guess what? You may succeed as well. But guess what? If you don't dare, it's to lose yourself entirely, because now you get stuck. You don't even move the needle. You don't even try. And guess what? What's the first law of inertia says? Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton says, in the law of inertia, an object in motion will remain in motion until exerted by an external force. So if an object is going in the speed, velocity, or whatever you may call it, right? Object will go in that constant velocity, that speed. So if it doesn't exerted by an external stopped or change its course of action, it will always be in that motion. Same thing, if you sit in one place, you're making no movement, you're gonna remain in that state, right?